The best and the brightest at the Post and the Times. They're the real traitors to this nation, as hollow and as immoral as the religious stooges who condone them. War is always about betrayal. Betrayal of the young by the old, the idealistic by the cynics, the patriots by the politicians, the weak by the powerful. Society's institutions, which mold us into compliant consumers, are unmasked. This betrayal is so profound that many who finally recognize it will always be cursed to a life of self-destructive anger and resentment that, even if it's understandable, is just as crippling. They've seen into the dark, corrupt heart of the American way of life, into the hypocrisy of its most sacred institutions, and their hearts have been broken for it. Every time I see someone wave the flag, I see them wiping away and sanitizing the reality of war and contributing to our collective amnesia and our selective delusions. There are many who want veterans to feel proud on this day, to call attention to their noble service. They pin a scrap of ribbon on their chest and recite rhetorical gratitudes once a year. In exchange, they want us to feed them our children so they can be slaughtered in the next war, engendered in large part by our phony glorifications of the present and the last war. Those who profit handsomely from other people's suffering and loss depend on our acceptance of this falsehood that war is a practical means to solving disputes and ensuring our security. They wear their $900 Italian suits, looking down at the veterans from their ivory towers above the canyons of Wall Street, and they think to themselves, yeah, we're proud of our veterans, just as long as they disappear the rest of the year into the soup kitchens and the homeless shelters. Let them throw a spaghetti dinner or a bake sale for donations to fund their peace programs while we skim 55% of the cream off the federal budget. The suckers. They're veterans, so let's give them a shot for old time's sake.
I just want to say thank you to the students and the teachers and the activists that got students to come together to paint these rocks in peace. It came from an idea that in my mind that was to put a call out to students to paint these based on an old Jewish tradition, which was to leave stones on graves. And it was, the history of that was to say that we are building a monument that can never be finished, as they would leave a stone at each day. So today we're building a monument to peace, one that will never be finished. And I want to thank those students and those teachers that went ahead and got these wonderful stones. We get a chance to at least take a look at each of those. They put their heart and souls into this. And we have to clean this up afterwards, and what we'd like to do is to some of you that did these stones, if you would send these to your city council members, your governors, so that they put them on their desk table as a paperweight, so they'll always remember that we should be working towards peace, not war.
Something we can all hope for. It's a poem written by John Denver. There's a name for war and killing. There's a name for giving in. When you know another answer, for me, the name is sin. But there's still time to turn around and make all hatred cease and to give another name to living. And we can call it peace. And peace will be the road we walk every step of the way. And peace will be the way we work. And peace the way we play. And in all we see that's different, and in all the things we know, peace would be the way we look, and peace the way we grow. There's a name for separation. There's a name for first and last. When it's all of us or nothing, for me the name is past. But there still is time to turn around and make all hatred cease, and give a name to all the future, and we can call it peace. And if peace is what we pray for, and peace is what we give, then peace will be the way we are, and peace the way we live. Yes, there still is time to turn around and make all hatred cease. Let's give another name to living, and we can call it peace. 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 Peace.
All right.
Peace. 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 Thank you. Thank you for coming. Gather around each other. Hugs are always good. Remember, today is a day of peace.
Excuse me, sir. I have one thing to say in my language. Kuya na ilensi, which is thank you all.
Thank you.
Cynicism, write your politicians, call them. What I usually do is I have a fax. I just purchase at home just so I can do that. I write it handwritten on a regular piece of paper, fax it to their office in Washington, D.C., and then to their office here, then to their office in Salem. Keep on the pressure.
I'm surprised that it might be still here then.
That's right over here. Where did you put it? Where did you put it, son?
Until the sergeant came over and pinned a medal on me, and he said, "Kid, you're our boy. We want you in the U.S. Army."
I got a story for you about that. In fact, I tried to
Well, let me tell it to me after I tell the song.
Oh, you're being filmed.
And I had to pay $50 to pick up the garbage. That's not what I come to talk to you about.
Alice's restaurant?
Because this is Alice's Restaurant anti-massacre movement, and all you got to do to join is to sing it next time it comes around on the guitar. With feeling, with 4-part harmony.
I used to know that thing by heart.
You can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant, except an Alice. You can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant. Walk right in, it's around your back. Just half a mile from the railroad tracks. You can get anything you want. Alice's Restaurant.